Hey, good afternoon, everybody. So I was meeting with a friend of mine who's in his year of Avelus for his father, and he said that he would like to ask me to give a lot of Temen Halacha shiurim on issues of being a Shaliach Tzibur, because it is a very scary thing, he says, to be a Shaliach Tzibur in all these different places, and they all have different expectations, and everyone tells you you're doing everything wrong, and there are certain things that nobody's really sure about what to do. So I asked him to put together a list of things that people are unsure about, and we'll be happy to try to talk about them. So one of the items on his list was Hashem Sefasai Tiftach and you L'Ratzon at the end of davening. Do you say it loud? Do you say it quietly? Do you not say it at all? What's the right thing to do? People have told him whatever he's done that it is the wrong thing to do. So let's discuss what it's about. So first of all, Hashem Sefasai Tiftach, just even in the silent Shemona Esrei, it comes Medina the Gemara. The Gemara says you're supposed to say it before Tefillah. It's a pasuk in Tehillim, and the Rabbeinu Yonah in Brachos explains that it was said by David HaMelech in the aftermath of the sin with Bathsheba. So David HaMelech was saying, Hashem Sefasai Tiftach that even when nothing else can be mechaper for me, nothing else is going to work, nothing else is going to help, tefillah can always help. So that should be the kavanah that a person should realize when he's saying Hashem Sefasai Tiftach, just how powerful tefillah is. It's also worthwhile to think about when a person says Hashem Sefasai Tiftach, that anything you want to do, you need to daven for. And included in that is davening. You want to daven well? Daven, so that you can daven well. And you have that kavanah when you say Hashem Sefasai Tiftach, that I'm davening to the Ribono Shel Olam, that I should be able to daven well. But anyway, so the Gemara in Brachos Tav Dalid tells us that even though you can't have a hefsek between Gula and Tefillah, you're allowed to say Hashem Sefasai Tiftach via Gedila Secha, because the Gemara calls it a Tefillah Arichta. And the Gemara says that in the context of explaining why you're allowed to say Ashkivenu in between Gal Yisrael and Shemona Esrei, because just like Hashem Sefasai Tiftach is a Tefillah Arichta, so too Ashkivenu is a Geula Arichta. So Magen Avram points out that what you see from this Gemara, Magen Avram in Siman Kuf Yud, I think, that what you see from this Gemara is that Hashem Sefasai Tiftach is part of the Tefillah. It's Tefillah Arichta, it's part of the Tefillah, which means that you're supposed to say it when your feet are already together. A lot of times people will say it as they're taking their steps up. No, your feet have to be already together because it is part of the Tefillah, the Magen Avram writes. Mishabura says that not only that, you shouldn't answer Kaddish, Kedusha, Baruch Hu, once you said Hashem Sefasai Tiftach, because you're already in middle of Shemona Esrei. Once you said Hashem Sefasai Tiftach, points out that others disagree, the Chavas Yair, maybe some others disagree, but that's what the Mishabura paskins. Now, the question is, what about the Shaliach Tzibur? Does the Shaliach Tzibur say Hashem Sefasai Tiftach? So the Beis Yosef in Siman Kuf Yud Aleph quotes a Trumas Hadeshen, Chelik Beis Siman Kuf Yud, that the Chazan should say Hashem Sefasai Tiftach, and the Shulchan Aruch in Siman Kuf Yud Aleph, Seif Beis, writes, where he talks about the dinim of Smichus Gula Tefillah, HaChazan K'Shamaschil Shemona Esrei B'Kol Ram, Chozer V'Yomer Hashem Sefasai Tiftach V'Ya Giti L'Secha. And again, in Shulchan Aruch in Siman Kuf Chav Gimel Siv Vav, the Mechaber writes, Kishe Yachzu Shliach Tzibur Tefillah Yomer Gamkein Hashem Sefasai Tiftach. Same halacha, just 12 simanim away from each other. I don't know why he says it twice, but he says it twice. Same halacha in two different places. That absolutely the Shliach Tzibur is supposed to say Hashem Sefasai Tiftach. So what's the issue? The Beis Yosef in Siman Kuf Chav Gimel quotes a Sefer Oel Moed Tefillah Derech Aleph Nesiv Tes, who says that Shliach Tzibur K'Shemasayim Sim Shalom Eino Posei Achar Sheispal Tefillas Lachash El B'Sov Kol Tefillas Alachar Kaddish V'Yeshom Sheposei B'Tefillas Harishon V'Lo B'Shniya. That's not relevant to us. V'Eino Posei B'Shniya Hashem Sefasai Tiftach V'Eino Mashlim Yil Ratzon Mirfi. That he quotes the Sefer Al Moed that the Shliach Tzibur does not say Hashem Sefasai Tiftach, but the Beis Yosef goes on to say Uleinin Masha Kasav Sheinu Posei B'Shniya Hashem Sefasai Tiftach. That which he says that when you're doing Chazaras Hashat, that you don't say Hashem Sefasai Tiftach. B'Sof Siman Kuf Yud Aleph Kasafti B'Shem Kisvei Mahari. I already told you in the name of the Trumas Hadeshen Sheyesh Lomar Hashem Sefasai Tiftach, that you absolutely should. So even though the Beis Yosef quotes a daya that the Shliach Tzibur does not say Hashem Sefasai Tiftach, Beis Yosef rejects that daya, and in two different places in Shulchan Aruch he says you absolutely yes say Hashem Sefasai Tiftach. So then the question becomes, okay, so you're going to say it. Do you say it out loud or do you say it quietly? So Shulchan Aruch says nothing about it being quiet. He just says you're supposed to say it. However, the Mishnah Brura in Kuf Yud Sivkot and Yud says, V'tov v'yomrenu b'lachash. Better to say it quietly. And apparently many have the minhag to say it quietly. So much so that Rav Moshe has a tshuva in Nigros Moshe Chelekei Simchav Dalid, where Rav Moshe says, "What if you daven all the Shemona Esrei, and then you realize, not a Shaliach Tzibur, a regular person, then you realize, I didn't say Hashem Sefasai Tiftach. Are you Yotzei Shemona Esrei?" So Rav Moshe points out the Bir Halacha says, yes, you Yotzei. Rav Moshe says, I'm not so sure. It's Tefillah Richla, it's part of Tefillah. You missed the line of Tefillah, so I don't know that you Yotzei. So Rav Moshe says the best thing to do is listen to Chazar Shatz, try to be Yotzei in Chazar Shatz. He says, but what are you going to do if the Shaliach Tzibur doesn't say Hashem Sefasai Tiftach out loud, like many times they don't? He says, so say Hashem Sefasai Tiftach to yourself, and then listen to the Shaliach Tzibur say the rest of Tefillah. So Rav Moshe is assuming that the minhag in many places is like the Mishnah Berurah not to say it out loud. Rav Shechter holds that we do say it out loud, like the Pashtus of the Shulchan Aruch. He explains that if meaning the Shaliach Tzibur says it out loud. Obviously, in your silent Shemona Esrei, that's also silent. But if the Shaliach Tzibur says it out loud, and he explains that if Chazaras Hashatz is a Tfilas Hat Tzibur, then you need to say all parts of Tfilah out loud in order for the Tzibur to be Yotzei, the Tfilas Hat Tzibur. And Rav Shechter writes this in Nefesh Harav on page Kuf Chavav, and he says that's why you say it out loud. Sfardim always say it out loud. The Kaf HaChaim writes also that Sfardim say it out loud. So should Hashem Sefasai Tiftach be recited by the Shaliach Tzibur when he's repeating Shemona Esrei? Absolutely yes. Even though there's a Sefer Al Moed that says no, the Beis Yosef in two different places paskins, absolutely yes, it's part of the Tefillah. Should it be said out loud or should it be said quietly? Nowhere in Shulchan Aruch does it say it quietly, but the Mishnah Berurah says to say it quietly, and that's why many people follow that. However, Sfardim and Rav Shechter points out the pashtus of the Shulchan Aruch is that it should be said out loud as well. What about the Yeheyu L'Ratzon at the end of davening? So that same Gemara that says to say Hashem Sefasai Tiftach says, I think it was Rabbi Yochanan would also say Yeheyu L'Ratzon at the end of davening. The Rabbi Reisman says that he sometimes thinks during Yeheyu L'Ratzon Mefi v'Hagyon Libi L'Fanecha, that he thinks, here he is, I'm the rabbi of the shul, everyone's waiting for me to finish Shemona Esrei, and Hagyon Libi, you know how good or not so good my kavanah was, and it's all so let whatever Hagyon Libi be L'Ratzon L'Fanecha, even though they're all waiting for me to space out for a little bit longer. That's I sometimes feel like why would I make them wait for it, just so I could space out and daydream for a few more minutes. So it's a good musser if you to remind yourself to get your head in the game a little bit and to make sure that you're having proper kavanah. But anyway, the Ramah in Kuf Chav Gimel Siv Vav says that Aval Eino Omer B'Sof HaTfilah Yeheyu L'Ratzon. The Ramah says that even though the Shaliach Tzibur does say Hashem Sefasai Tiftach, he does not say Yeheyu L'Ratzon, and that's quoted by the Beis Yosef in the name of that same Sefer Ohel Moed. So Beis Yosef writes, but according to the Trumas Hadeshen, who says that we do say Hashem Sefasai Tiftach, so it's likely that Efshar, he says, the Gshem Shesover Sheposech Hashem Sefasai Tiftach Sover Gam Keit Shemashim L'Ratzon Emerfi. It's very likely that he would also that just like we reject the Sefer Al Moed about Hashem Sefasai Tiftach, we also reject him about Yeheyu L'Ratzon Emerfi, and therefore you should say it. In Darkei Moshe Oshei, though, on the spot, he says, Avalei Nogin Lomar Yeheyu L'Ratzon Achar Tzvil Tzibur B'Kol Ram, Avagav D'Nogin Lomar Tzvil Hashem Sefasai Tiftach. The Ramah says, no, we split it. Hashem Sefasai Tiftach we say, but Yeheyu L'Ratzon Emerfi, the Shaliach Tzibur does not say. So the Mishnah Berurah over there says, why are you not saying Yeheyu L'Ratzon Emerfi? D'somech al tiskabel tzaloson shomer lebesof, because you're relying on the kaddish that you're going to say at the end. Ubishla kasav lomar Yeheyu L'Ratzon because of agrav divrei shla ikar. And then the Mishnah Berurah says, and by the way, Shla Kaddish says not like the Ramah that you should say Yeheyu L'Ratzon, and the Gra writes, and we pass like a Shla. So the Ramah says not say Yeheyu L'Ratzon Imrefi. The Gra says yes to say Yeheyu L'Ratzon Imrefi. So Rav Shechter said Pashtus is you say it out loud. I mean Pashtus is it goes together with Hashem Sefasai Tiftach. It's all part of Shemona Esrei, and you're not allowed to be mafsik for Kriya Shema and Baruch and everything else for for Kaddish and Baruch and everything else until you said Yilu Ratzon, because it's part of Shmona Esrei. Meaning the only source not to say it out loud is that the Beis Yosef says that if you don't say Hashem Sefasai Tiftach out loud, you probably likewise don't say Yilu Ratzon out loud. But we do say Hashem Sefasai Tiftach out loud, and therefore we say Yilu Ratzon out loud as well. So I think Rav Shachtet says that we should say both out loud. Now, if the reason to not say it at all that the Ramah has is because you're anyway going to cover yourself with Tzikabel Tzoloson, well, what if there's another Ravel in Shul and he takes over at Ashrei Uval Tzion? You're not going to cover yourself with Tzikabel Tzoloson. So that's what some of the Achronim point out. Then you should say Yilu Ratzon, even those who don't do in such a case where they're not going to be saying that last Kaddish. So Rav Shachtet thought it's most mistaver to equate Hashem Sefasai Tiftach with Yilu Ratzon. They're either both an extra tchina or they're both an integral part of Shmona Esrei, and Pashtus is we paskin that they're both an integral part of Shmona Esrei. So even though the Ramah splits them, we probably should follow the Gra and say them both. So again, Moraine Rav Shachtet thought that even though there is basis for a minhag to say Hashem Sefasai Tiftach quietly, and there's basis for a minhag to not say Yilu Ratzon at all, we say both of them and we say them both out loud. Okay, everyone have a wonderful day.